everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little special guest with me, my son Isaiah. Say hi, baby. Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing his 3-month update. So I have some things written down in my phone. I kind of have a lot of things. I'm not sure if you guys can see with the glare, but I have a lot that we are going to get into. So Isaiah turned 3 months old on November 5th. I'm just moving because he likes to be moved. And if his hair is a little wet, it is because his hair is crazy all the time. So I had to wet it a little bit and brush it out. And I'm sorry if the top of my head is cut off, but the whole video is all about him. So I wanted him to be the main part of the video. So, like I mentioned, he turned 3 months on November 5th, and he'll be 4 months December 5th, which is coming up, his first Christmas. So, I'm going to share some things with you guys. So, I'm going to share, like, his weight and his height and everything when we last went to the doctors, which we went to the doctors October 17th. So, he has another appointment coming up soon, but when he was there, he weighed 15 pounds and 12.5 ounces. When he was born at 8 pounds, 7.2 ounces, and he was born 21 inches long. So his weight was 15 pounds, 12.5 ounces. His height now is 25.25. So that was the last time when we went to the doctors. We'll be having another one coming up soon. What are you doing? Are you talking? So he's chewing on his fingers a lot more, and I noticed that he's trying to suck his thumb, but I always have his pacifier right here. I call it a bye because that's what I used to call it. So I have his bye right here, and he loves Dr. Brown's. If you guys haven't seen my baby favorites video, I will leave it linked down below. So he's definitely chewing on his hands more. When he gets out of the bath, he's trying to chew on the blanket. So I definitely think that he is teething. So he's teething and he's drooling a lot. Isaiah smiles so much now, right? Do you smile? So he smiles all the time. He is such a happy baby. And I'm not just saying that because he's my baby. He is truly just so happy. He's always smiling. So as I said about he loves to chew on a towel after bath time. Bath time is his favorite time of day. He does get a bath every single night, and that's just how he knows that, okay, nighttime is coming and it's time to get ready for bed. Because I am trying to get Isaiah in a schedule. It's just been so hard for me because even when I was pregnant, I mentioned this before, the only time that he really moved was at night, like all night. And he's still a night baby. So I'm really trying to get him in a schedule, and it's just been so tricky for me. So when he has his bath, which he loves, he kicks and he plays and he splashes. He absolutely loves it. He knows that it's time for bed, which now I'm going to get into his kind of sleeping and getting him on a schedule. So he's been going to bed pretty late at night just because that's how it was when he came home, and his schedule. Like I said, even when I was pregnant, that was his schedule, the nighttime. So lately we've been getting him in the tub by like 7:30, bringing him upstairs in his nursery, which is where I'm at now, giving him his bottle and trying to lay him in his bassinet by 8 o'clock. We did that last night, and he successfully slept for like 3 hours, and then, or maybe it was, 3 hours, and then he woke up. He needed a diaper change, and he wanted another bub, so I gave it to him. And then a few hours later, he was up again. So I think that he's trying to get used to this whole new schedule that I'm trying to, like, get him on. So he's doing good, but I'm trying to get him on a schedule. He does sleep really good. It's just that he used to go to bed so late, but he does sleep around like 8 to 10 hours. So he does really well, and then he wakes up in the morning, he gets a bottle, and he goes back to sleep for a few more hours. That's just his schedule. Like, he knows that schedule. It's just now I need to get him, okay, you go to bed every night at 8 o'clock, and then you wake up, you get your bub, and you go back to sleep for a few hours. So he definitely has that on track, just not the 8 o'clock yet. He holds his head up great. Like, I don't know, well, I can't really show you, but he literally holds his head up so good, and even when he's on his tummy, he holds it up great. I posted a picture, I believe on his Instagram, which is the Isaiah Davis. I leave his Instagram link down below too. I have a picture of him watching Mickey Mouse, and I think I have one on my page too. He holds his head up amazing. He can roll over from his tummy to his back, and he can also roll from his back to his tummy, but he rolls over more from his tummy to his back. So he started rolling over at 5 weeks. He's talking so much more like ooh and ah, like what he's kind of doing now. He's definitely like talking a lot more. He's also holding things more. Like, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted that Isaiah has a Dr. Brown's, like, stuffed, it's kind of like a Webina, but it's called a Lovey, and it goes on his favorite pacifier, and he holds his pacifier with the Lovey, and he pushes it back in his mouth. You're okay, baby. So he tries to push his pacifier in his mouth, and he successfully does it as well. It's crazy how smart he is. You want your bye? Okay. We have to change positions because sometimes he spits his bye out and it falls on the floor and all of that. Now, like I mentioned, he's holding things. He's pushing his bye back in his mouth. He also, I might have mentioned this in my life after a baby, but also with the rolling over at 5 weeks, he also, like a few weeks after, or even maybe around that time, he was putting all the pressure on his legs. And the thing that got me to know that he can step and then he steps again. He can literally walk when you're holding him like underneath his armpits. He literally takes steps like across the table. It's insane that he knows like, okay, to step at that age. He also started rice cereal like 2 nights ago. He only has it once a day and he does amazing. The first time I gave him like the spoonful of it, he opened his mouth and like ate it. Like my mom was telling me that most babies, they don't take it that easy. Like they have to learn how to eat. And he like put it right in his mouth and he ate it and he did amazing. And he literally took the spoon from me and he was trying to feed himself. He was trying to put the spoon in his mouth. Like I was just like astonished. Like how does he know how to do that? My 3-month-old baby. How? And we started giving him rice cereal because he is such a big baby, and I did a lot of research on it that some 3-month-old can have rice cereal. Normally it's around 4 to 6 months, but the way that he's progressing and the things that he can do for his age and his size, I thought it was time to give him rice cereal once a day, and he does really great with it. So he eats around 5 o'clock. Like I said, after him starting rice cereal, I'm really trying to get him on a schedule, and I know it's hard with him being such a young baby, but I know how smart he is, and once a baby gets on a schedule, I feel like it's best for the baby, but also best for me too, because then I can get the things that I need to do done and have kind of like my alone time or my relationship time with my husband. And I know how smart he is, so he'll catch on. Oh my god, I just looked at my monitor. He's sleeping. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he loves Mickey Mouse. I can talk loud. That's one more thing on here. That he's not afraid of loud noises. We do have 3 dogs and they bark a lot. I think he heard the animals when he was in my stomach because he is not fazed by it at all. He can be sound asleep like this and they can be barking like crazy and he stays asleep. So he loves Mickey Mouse. We laid in bed for like 2 hours together just snuggling watching Mickey Mouse. This photo right here that you see, that white one, it actually is a Mickey Mouse. I'm going to be kind of doing his theme soon. That's why I haven't had a room tour. I still need to hang some photos up and then I'll have my room tour because everything is pretty much done. It's just more of like the pictures, the theme, and things like that. But everything else is done. I know I mentioned him holding his head up when he is on his tummy, but he loves tummy time. He does so good. He laughs, he smiles. It's just like his favorite thing. I know some babies absolutely hate tummy time, but I'm lucky enough that he really likes it. Also, when he's eating his rice cereal, he sits in a high chair now. Like, what? He's 3 months old, but he sits in a high chair that my grandmother got for him at my baby shower. It's a 3-piece high chair, so it's an infant high chair, it's a toddler high chair, and it's also a booster seat, and he sits in it perfectly. He absolutely loves it. Like, when I'm in the kitchen cooking, if you follow me on Snapchat, not Snapchat, oh my god, I have a Snapchat, which is Italian Diva 13, but I post more on my Insta story. He literally sits there with me while I'm cooking or while I'm in the kitchen, and he just absolutely loves it. Sometimes he even takes a nap in it. Like, he just loves it. So normally his naps, because he's napping right now, are like 10 to 20 minutes the latest. He doesn't nap long anymore at all. It's very short cat naps. So sitting in the high chair, he also sits in his bumbo, I believe it's called. It's like those like rubbery chairs. He really likes that a lot. So he loves his bumbo seat. He wears size 3 diapers now, and he also wears clothes from 6 months to 12 months. So I'm going to push back. I might go out of focus. But these jeans right here are 12 to 18 months, and this onesie is a 6 months. So he ranges from 6 to 12 month clothing, like his cute little pajama sets. The long sleeve and the pants are 12 months. He wears 9-month onesies. Like, it's just, he fluctuates. Like I mentioned, he takes very short naps, but when he takes a nap, like I'm surprised he fell asleep right now. When he's in his high chair or when he's in his little Mickey Mouse chair, or like when he's downstairs, like when he's up here, he can nap in his DockATot, but he loves the blanket over his face. Now, trust me, I am there with him, and I leave half his face uncovered so I know that he can breathe and get enough air. But he likes the blanket just to be, like, covering, like, half of his face, and he falls asleep instantly. Like, this is something new within, like, the past 3 or 4 days, and that's something that I noticed that he loves, and that will, like, get him to take a nap when he's fussing, and he wants to sleep, but he's fighting it. When my mom and I go out, he loves to be out with us. He just, I don't know, he loves to be out just like we do. So he really likes that. He loves his car seat, which is what's bringing me into the next thing. It's a baby trend, but literally sometimes to get him to take a nap, like a few weeks ago, probably like a week ago, now his whole new thing is like 15-minute naps, but to let him take like an hour nap, he would only sleep in his car seat. Like, I think he'd like to be nestled in with a blanket with the whole like top thing pulled down so it was nice and dark, but he loves his car seat. But now, like I said, he only takes 10 to 15 to 20-minute naps. Alright, you guys, I have to finish this kind of vlog style on my phone because my battery died and I don't want to get up with him sleeping right now. So, as I was saying, he loves FaceTime. He FaceTimes with my mom and Charlie all the time, especially when they're out working. He grew up with it. He loves FaceTime. He also hates anything that is cold. If your hands are cold, if you have something in your hands that's cold, if the cold water touches his foot when you're turning off the tub, like, he hates the cold. Like, he'll scream and cry. Like, I don't know how he's gonna do this winter, but he hates the cold. I don't really know what else to mention. I think I pretty much covered everything. Also, his hair is still very long and full, just like when he was born. He has very full, long hair. None of the hair has fallen out that I've noticed. He still has very full hair since he was born. Maybe just a little thinning, but I mean, you guys, look at, he still has a ton of hair. I also think that there's a great combination between Charlie and I. I want to hang up a picture of me as a baby and Charlie as a baby and Isaiah in the middle, because I see me as a baby. Like, I have my baby pictures up there. I see Charlie when he was a baby. I just think there's a really beautiful blend of both of us, and that's what I hoped for when we had a little baby. So yeah, I think I covered everything about him. I'm going to be doing more updates. I'm not sure if they'll be every month because, like I mentioned, with my pregnancy updates, some things are different, some things don't change, some things do change. So when things do change and I see things that he does differently, I will definitely come on here and do a baby update for you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Say bye, Isaiah. He's so sleepy, but he needs to take a bath and go to bed. This is just hard with the whole schedule thing, but we're adjusting.